edition of SimWorld Sports.
Welcome to Nolans. We took a super fast flight, so hope you guys enjoyed us. We just coming off one heck of a game between New York and DC. Looking forward to another one. This one does not have any tournament implications, but it's two good teams. We get to take a look at Miami and Coach Chad Smith, who has been balling lately. And we get to take a look at, or maybe not take a look at, if you know what I mean, Coach J6 and the Charlotte Stars. Back here with Big Bob. Big Bob, how you feeling?
Coach J6, first off, Coach J6 is not the coach of the Charlotte Stars. You must have a little something.
Darius
whatever
Simmons. My bad.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Coach Darius Simmons, Coach of the Year candidate gets on a nightly basis from you people is so frustrating.
People.
You heard me.
Don't know if you've ever seen anger management. People. Come on, that's not what I meant. All right, turnover early here to start the game.
But first, let's jump into this. We got to congratulate on the stream, once the numbers were crunched, congratulate Coach Elisa Dodge for moving on into the SimWorld East Regional Championship game.
Whoever would have saw it. But yeah, hey, let's make sure I don't say saw that way actually, guys. I just want to make y'all laugh. But
I seen it.
We had New England, New York, and who else in that pool? DC. And New England was able to come out of that pool. That is a tough bracket just to get to the championship game of a regional tournament. Congrats. What was the breakdown on points, Bob? Do you happen to have that info?
I believe it was 173 to 169 between her and Coach Bilardi, and then 151 for Coach Murray.
And that is heartbreaking. Coach Murray, I mean, his guys put on a hell of a performance. In my opinion, to be honest, that was probably their best singular game from DC of the year that we saw, because we saw contributions from the entire team. We saw defense. Obviously, we got what you get from CKC in a huge win, but they don't move on.
They don't. And I know it's heartbreaking because it's a bittersweet moment. Big win that turns out to not mean a whole lot.
But guess what? We got the national tournament coming up.
Got the national championship tournament coming up.
Yes, indeed.
The national tournament. I'm saying national championship. Who knows? I don't know. Is it? Isn't it? We'll never know.
Oh, in the words of Chris Jericho, we got WWE. Yeah. We got some dub. You don't even have to get it all out. But yeah, it's a big tournament nevertheless. But right now we got Miami, we got Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Smith, man, he's had this Miami team who was hot garbage earlier in the season. Poor coaching by, I think we started with Ladarius Brown. Then we moved on to Coach Zabian. I struggle to say his name. Fabian Zaida, whoever it was, he was not making a difference.
You hired him. You should know it.
I allowed. But Coach Chad Smith came in and really has his team playing a good brand of basketball. You see them up and down the court playing defense. They're not the biggest team. Matter of fact, they're one of the smaller teams in our SimWorld High School Hoops League, but they play to their advantages. And honestly, that's why I think this is going to be a great game tonight, because both of these teams attack the basket.
Absolutely. And the one thing that the one thing I'm really looking forward to is, as much as I love the big man game, I love the three-point game sometimes. And Miami has one of the best three-point shooters in
all of
SimWorld.
You were polying for him to be in the McDonald's All-American three-point contest. He got snubbed. And who is that you're talking about?
Jeremiah Minor.
Mr. Minor. Well, we'll see if he can carry Jeremiah Minor. For you guys that don't know, shooting 42%, shooting 42% from the field from three-point land. Not one of the top percentage-wise, but boy, he can get hot. Everyone knows he's got a beautiful stroke. he's going to be a great player once he gets to the G League, which he's committed to. Excellent player, Florida's Mr. Basketball, McDonald's All-American.
Oh, big block.
Shooter. And little known, he likes to, well, he doesn't like to, he does. He runs 400 meter in track and field. He is also a track and field star. So.
Oh, I mean, he needs that speed after he got that gang-related assault a couple years ago.
Let's give the man a break. Let's give the young kid a break. Give him a chance. Did have some legal troubles. Yes, he did. But he's trying to make a better way out here, and he's trying to start at 3-point line. There we have Nathan Haraway finishing at the rim. Another
formerly ranked.
How about Dominic Bianco for this Miami squad, though? Possibly one of the most athletic kids that we have. Definitely one of the highest verticals we have in all of Cimarron High School hoops. This guy has hops out of this.
Ooh. Absolutely. Well, this game in general, we have a lot of young athletic players. But again, like you said, he could possibly be the most athletic.
16 years old. That's it. He's a junior.
Yeah. I want to talk about a little bit Charlotte. I know they've had a good season record-wise, thanks to Coach of the Year Darius Simmons. But they have some good. They're youth. They're led by youth. Braxton Schuyler and Norvell Dejon Jones. You can't go wrong. I expect them to be one of the top teams next year. Hopefully, Coach Darius Simmons sticks around and leads them somewhere.
Some bad turnover there. Yeah, and that's their backcourt. A lot of people compare these two guys. Oh, look at that block there. That's Braxton Schuyler for you. A lot of people in our league have been compared to Dwayne Wade. I think comparing him to Dwayne Wade is a really safe bet for me. That's my comp for him. He's got a good build. He's athletic. He plays defense. You see the replay on the block shots, and he goes to the rack, man.
Absolutely. He's not afraid of anything.
6'3", 185. Really big personality. I hear he's looking at Virginia Tech, Western Virginia, and Old Dominion. You got any news for us on that? Any inside information, Bob?
I don't. But if we want to call up our boy Marsh, he might.
He might know somebody. He knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. It's a bad shot there, forced into the late shot clock. And here's your guy. Elava was giving you some heat, giving the SimWorld ranking some heat. Mitchell Herbert Harrigan in the top 50 while he has some teammates that are not.
Sometimes
But he does things like that, and that's what makes you put him in there. For reference, he is averaging 4.9 points a game, guys. But when he gets in the game, he does get to throw it down. 7 dunks on the season, and this young man's only 6'1". I think he only plays roughly 7 minutes a game.
Hey, sometimes all you need is a name.
Mitchell Herbert Harrigan.
I think what I was doing was putting together my all SimWorld team, and he must have accidentally made it over onto the actual rankings.
Fair enough.
But no.
Fair enough. Mitchell Herbert Harrigan, also a second baseman for his high school team. Plays some shortstop. Also plays catcher. May have a future in the minor leagues at some point.
You think he's ever made it to third base?
Yeah, that's none of my business. None of my business.
I mean, you said he plays catcher too, so I would only assume he's gotten there.
No.
So this is a interesting free throw there. So, are you surprised to see Charlotte out to an early lead?
No, I'm not. I am surprised that this game is so low scoring so far. Because both of them seems like to get up and down the court, but there's a lot of misses.
Yeah.
Another missed shot there.
Can't miss those wide open shots like that. You just can't. You can, but you can't. Ooh.
Finds a man
Good
wide
dog,
open.
Big. What a dog.
Big Nathaniel Dobbins out of Asheville, North Carolina, throws it down off the pass from Demetrius August.
Any relation to J.K. Dobbins, running back, former Ohio State running back, current maybe Baltimore Ravens running back?
He's getting a little chippy down there. Mitchell Herbert Harrigan not having it. We're going to jump ball here. Lamont Randall.
Let's see if the ranking for Mitchell. Nope, not justified.
Still can't knock it down here. 9-16. Miami's hoping gets a double digits in the quarter.
Yeah, Coach Chad Smith can't afford to go into the second quarter with a big deficit, and he can't let Charlotte get it out of hand. They're just too good of a team.
Yeah, McRae can't get it done. They're going to have another shot here to get in the double digits. It's only a 7-point game. They generally play really good defense, but they're going to have to knock down some shots somewhere as he's left open again from the corner and can't get it to go.
Just ice, cold, ice, baby.
Too cold. Mitchell Herbert Harrigan missing again on the inside. Here we have Wallace going to bring it down.
I'm not looking forward
Kenny
to
Twyman.
Ooh, and just in and out, man. Like me.
Well, another quarter in the books. 3 more to go. Come back. Idris Elba, we see here for 3. He'll join us for the second half or for the second quarter. Join us in just a few.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the start of the second quarter. The game is going on still and is 16-9 Charlotte. Some interesting statistics in that first quarter. Let's jump to the fact that Norvell Dejon Jones is currently on pace for 20 assists in the game.
5 assists
Crazy.
in the first quarter. Rodolfo Viteri with a huge 3. You know, this team has looked for him to be more of a perimeter threat for them. He's one of their lone shooters outside of Jeremiah Minor, but he's really struggled so far this season, shooting 16% and being relegated to the bench. Look at that shot.
The floodgates are opening. I mean, honestly, Miami needs anybody to step up at this point after shooting 18% in the first quarter.
18%. Deplorable.
18. Deplorable. It's deplorable.
And where are they going to go offensively? You got Kenny Twyman out there. You don't really have any shot creators as you got Dominic Bianco. And look at that shot that's forced up there. Bianco and Minor both out of the game. This could get ugly here if Miami's not able to continue great defense.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they have some players that can do it, but I don't know if they have the confidence to do it. I would like to see, personally, Brian Ponder, former NFL quarterback, Christian Ponder's long-lost cousin. Not really, but I'd like to see him step up a little bit. He's the 4th leading scorer on the team, actually 5th, can't count. fifth leading scorer on the team. They need somebody else because this starting lineup, unfortunately, hasn't been getting it done, especially in the shooting percentage category.
Big finish there from Brian Ponder, continuing the theme of Cineworld. When our broadcast booth mentions someone obscure or not, they show up within 3 seconds like Candyman. Big dunk there by Brian Ponder. Coconut Creek, Florida in the house.
See if we can do it again. Man, I really hope that Braden Wallace steps up today with his 0.9 points per game average.
All right, so let me ask you this. Miami, Coach Chad Smith, what do you make of what he's been able to do with his team? His Miami Stars are now at 7-9. I believe when he took them over, they were at I think they were at like something like 2-7. So he was able to come in and do some things. How do you feel about what Coach Smith has been able to do?
He reminds me of Lions coach Dan Campbell.
Look at that read. Look at that read. Is that Revis
Was that Braden
Island?
Wallace? Was that Braden Wallace?
That's Jeremiah Minor, sir. That's your guy.
Yeah. But no, he reminds me of Dan Campbell. He's got a lot of charisma, knows what he needs to do. Sometimes not having the players around you, no matter how charismatic you can be, can cost you a little bit. But again, like you said, they were in a really bad position before him. They're in a lot better position now. And I just see he's gonna grow. They're gonna keep growing. I mean, they're back within 3 now.
Yeah, he's got a bright future. He's got Dominic Bianco, who's just a junior.
Domino's Pizza.
He expects to be on the team next season. I'm looking forward to it. Not some breaking news here, but I've been trying to leak this out to people, just slow information. Cineworld High School Hoops will have a total rebrand next season.
Total.
These teams that you're seeing here will be rebranded with their own identity. The Miami Stars Cineworld squad will be taken over as the Miami Yacht Club. The Yacht Club will be this club name. So look forward to that. They're getting their own arena that will be in Brickell, Florida. It's a pretty high dollar area. So look forward to that, guys. And maybe Coach Chad Smith, or as Rick Blaze calls him, Chaz, because he doesn't mind mixing up those consonants at all. Chad Smith may have some big things on the horizon next season.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Yacht Club. Boats sink. Hopefully that's not the case for Coach Chad Smith.
But boy, do they look good. So maybe that's what he's going for. Dominic Bianco here, back in the game, alongside Jeremiah Minor.
Bringing up pizza. Because you keep saying, "Ooh."
Jeremiah Minor, more of a perimeter player. That's a very strong finish there for him.
Hey, you gotta grow. You gotta grow. Talked about it before. You can't be a Ben Simmons. You have to constantly be evolving your game, and that's what he's doing.
Speaking of evolving game, Bam Wallace, generally a slow starter. He's been all season, starting out 5 for 5. He has not had this good of a start in a game at all this season. Does not bode well for the MIA.
No, not at all. I mean, he started off with 7 in the first alone. He's up to 11 now, and he doesn't seem like he's going to slow down when Bam Wallace gets going. Good night, sweet baby.
Yeah, he had a 38-point game last season. So look at that pass.
Ooh,
look at that pass.
Ow.
Wow.
Ow.
Get saucy with it. Norvell Jones says, "You may have mail, but I got the mustard." Drops a dime off to his backcourt mate, Braxton Schuyler. We're going to have a quick break here. We will be back momentarily. Join us for more Cineworld High School hoops action and more second quarter action when we return.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for letting us take a quick break. I had to pee. Just kidding, I didn't. Doesn't matter. TMI. Where are we going with this? 27-18 Charlotte. Miami came back a little bit. They brought it within 3.
He turned his back. Did you see that? He pulled a Steph Curry. He knew that was money. That's Jeremiah Minor with a huge shot there to bring Miami to 6. I just wanted to make sure if you caught that, that was slick. He's going to turn his back. There is some showmanship going on so far in this game.
Yeah, some showmanship. So what I will say, because I am willing to say when somebody that I like does something I don't like.
Oh boy!
What a big dog there. Braxton Schuyler. He's got a chance to be the #1 overall junior at some point next season. He just, the missed shots are killing Miami right now.
And the made shots like that for the end. Braxton Schuyler, he's a load, man. I want to finish hearing your thoughts on him, what you said about him next season, but just a load. 6'3", 185, a tank. Go ahead.
And it's still just a junior. I mean, who knows? Next season we could come in. We're talking about a 6'6", 200-pound kid. I mean, with what he's doing right now at his size, I couldn't imagine him hitting the weight room, getting into a real regimen, and just. I think he has a chance. There are a lot of players that have a chance to be top dog next year, but I'm sure eventually it'll even itself out, just like this year where we've had Cooper Kinsey-Cross on the #1 spot for, I'd say, probably 7 rankings in a row.
Yeah, who can argue? I think he made his case to say keep me there earlier today, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a nice move there. Rodrigo Falls could be the reason that Miami's not in this game. He's struggling. I don't think he's hit a bucket yet. He's 0 for 7 here. Braxton Schuyler on the glass.
He is willing his team to a win.
Love what he's doing here. He knows that he has smaller defenders. He knows Miami's smaller. He says, "Hey, I'm only 6'3", 185, but I am a bull in a china shop. Stop me."
Yeah, it's crazy to think that his teammate is ranked so much higher than him in the junior class. But with Way, a big 3. They need something to break it. They're down 10 right now. Got 2 minutes left in the first half. They need to make this lead, get this lead to be a little bit closer before Charlotte rests up and is in a bit of
Miami looking for their first back-to-back scores, or not back-to-back scores, but their first run of sorts, because they have not had many in this game. That's Rodrigo Falls working again, 1 for 8. The struggles continue. Well, excuse me, 1 for 9.
Oof. What is good? There's a triple team there.
Braxton Schuyler. I think that's going to register assist number 7 for Norvell Jones as well. We'll put him on record watch. The record for assists so far this Civil High School season is 11. He's got 7 more before halftime.
I mean, at this point, he might come within 1 or 2. Only need 1 or 2 in the first half or in the second half. So he knows when he needs to dish it, and he's not necessarily known as being. I guess all these kids. I can say that about all the kids. They're kids. They want to be the big point scorer. That's what they want. I want to put up 50 points a game. Blah blah blah. They don't want to pass the ball, but he is the leading scorer on this team. I'm sorry, leading assister on the team is what I meant. He is the second leading scorer, though. Only 0.4 off from leader Bam Wallace.
Yeah.
Ooh, good block. It's still Miami's still down 10 with just under a minute left. For Miami to get back into this game, they absolutely need Rodrigo Falls to step up. He's the 28th ranked senior. He can't play the way he's playing right now and expect them to win.
Agreed.
Oh, good offensive rebound, but
he couldn't put it in. Miami is struggling. We have to get our stats here during halftime and see what they're shooting from the field. I would imagine it's not too much better definitely better than the 18% that they were shooting, but it's not going to be much better.
Yeah, I'm shooting for probably 21%. They were up to 25 a little bit after the start of the second, just because they hit a couple shots. But since then, they've done absolutely nothing.
That's
a
big.
3.
That's big. That's Brian Ponder again. Brian Ponder. He shows up.
Yep.
If they can keep this within 10, they have a chance in the second half. And they got a chance to get one last shot off. It's up. Is it good? No, it's not. We're going to head into halftime. Charlotte with a 10-point lead. We got more action after this. Stick with us. We got a good
Stick
one.
with it. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you got your popcorn and your soda at halftime, or you probably got it in your car and left, because it just does not seem like Miami is going to come back, because every time they get a little momentum going,
Look at
Charlotte
the
busted back
split of
open.
the double team.
Oof.
What a beautiful
There we go.
split.
Talking negatively about somebody, and there we go.
Hey, so one of the things we got a chance to look at when we were looking at, good defense, Jeremiah Minor with the hand on Braxton Schuyler. And one, no good.
Oh.
This is more intensity right now than we've seen in the entire first half from Miami, in my opinion. But before I was going there, I wanted to correct an error that I made earlier. Norvell Jones is on a good pace. He had 8 assists as of right now. He had 8 assists going into the half.
Let me ask you, why do you keep disrespecting his mama?
Take a
What
break.
you talking about?
Take a break.
His name is Norvell Dejon Jones.
Okay, all right.
And you say Dijon, he's not mustard.
Hey, but he sure got the sauce tonight. 8 assists, dropping dimes.
Dimer.
Bob, I have a little confession. Since we're talking about sauce, me and the wife talk about this in the house sometimes. When we first got together, we had a secret cue. And she'd always ask me, hey, do you want ketchup with that? You want some honey mustard sauce? You want barbecue sauce with that? And I don't. I never want it. If I enjoy my food, I enjoy the flavor of it, right? So we're going to one of her friend's house, and she sees me ask for it. So she was confused, and I explained, I hate sauce. I want to enjoy the flavor of food. But if I ask for some sauce, that's how you know the food's not good. Don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything if you see me reaching for the sauce. It's the last thing I want. It's the only way I'm going to digest the food.
You know, I wish I was like that, but I've always been another bad wide open shot, missed it for Miami.
Yeah.
I've just always been someone that likes to put something on, and I can eat a good steak without sauce.
How could you ruin? That's what I was gonna say. Don't you ruin a steak with that sauce?
Man,
come by,
ketchup.
we can do some fine.
Ketchup.
You put ketchup on steak?
All over the steak.
Oh my
you
God!
can't
I'm
eat a
sorry,
steak.
viewers. I'm sorry you guys have to hear this. What are you
Just get some
talking
chicken
about?
nuggets, honey. cover my chicken in honey.
Okay, I can. That makes sense, but you don't ruin a steak with ketchup. I can't believe I've heard that.
Filet mignon, ketchup, T-bone.
Let's get back to
ketchup.
basketball. Let's get back to talking about something you know something about, Bob.
Oh, okay. So first we're gonna talk about football because I don't know anything about basketball.
Bam Wallace continuing his hot shooting. I guess he saved all of his shooting for this
when
game.
it mattered.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out a little bit more after we take a little break here. Stick with us. We got 6:19 left in the third, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Again, 6:19 left in the third. Charlotte's up 43-35. Miami is probably going to come out here and hit a three and make it look like it's going to be a game.
Where do you get this information from? Are you psychic? You've come up with the whole...
I got a crystal ball here. Miami's going to hit a three. And
looks like you were wrong, sir.
Excuse me.
Big finish from Dijon Jones. Big time.
I just want to say, just real quick, we'll jump in, jump back out. Mustard is terrible, and if you like mustard, you're a terrible person.
I'm a good person, and I'm a fan of mustard. This from the guy who puts ketchup on a steak, on filet mignon, nonetheless.
All of it.
I don't think our viewers will trust anything you have to say going forward about it. Norvell Jones from three. Can't get it down. It's only an 8-point game. It seems like Charlotte is fairly in control of this game, but 8-point lead is nothing. Jeremiah Minor with the quick move there.
Ooh, good drive.
You know what I like about his game? As much as he is a great shooter, he can handle, he can put the ball on the floor. I wouldn't say he settles for the jumper because he's such a good shooter, but if I were to say that, if you could imagine early Steph Curry before the ungodly shooting and the emphasis on ball handling, I'm talking probably what Steph Curry was is the summer before going to Davidson. That would be who I compare. Get that out of here. Get that out of here, guy.
If you were given the opportunity between Jeremiah Minor and Trey Turner, who would you want to build around?
Yeah, you're not going to like my answer. I'm taking Trey Turner.
No, absolutely. I will absolutely like your answer because I 100% agree. I believe, despite my love for Minor and his shooting, Trey Turner, I believe, is the best three-point shooter, even with crazy-haired Anthony Young.
Haven't seen him in a while, have we?
No, we have not, and that's the problem is you start forgetting about these kids. But Trey Turner, I think, is the best pure shooter in all of Cimarron High School hoops.
Better than LaGerald Carroll. Oh, good.
Who?
LaGerald Carroll had a pretty strong statement after I think he tweeted out "Snipers gon' snipe" on to the finals earlier today. Pretty boisterous.
Yeah,
So-
I'm typically not a big trash talk fan, so that usually bumps him down a little bit in my books.
6-point game. There's a backcourt violation. Jeremiah Minor not happy. Looks like he's going to check out for a moment. So is Rodrigo Falls. Or no, Minor stays in. Looks like Miami is going exceptionally small here for a moment.
Ooh. You know, I mean, getting Falls out a little bit. I know they just had halftime, but Falls is just, it's not his night right now. Maybe bring him back in the fourth, give him a little bit of break, get him something, get him some of that Powerade that they put in the Gatorade bottles, I should mention. He's costing them right now, and they can't afford to have him on the court.
Yeah, we got Minor out here. Excuse me.
Oh.
Minor out here with Twyman and Ponder. Pretty small lineup. We'll see how this works out. Is that Harrigan again? What a follow by Deontay Odom. Big fella, Spartanburg, South Carolina in the house. Oh, another great crossover there.
Ooh. Oh,
hey,
God, right to the hoop.
Prove me right, Jeremiah. Make me look like I know what I'm talking about. I do appreciate it. 6-point lead still here for Miami.
Yeah, but these 6-point leads have not lasted very long for them. And
double team coming over to Bam Wallace, see if he finds the opening.
They're double teaming everybody out here right now. There's someone got to be open.
And that's how they play though. Shad Smith tells me he was a big fan of the Arkansas teams and the full court press. That's how he brings this mentality. He was perfect for this team, who's very athletic, active hands. So it was a match made in heaven. I think I remember hearing the story that Rodrigo Falls and a couple other teammates knew him prior to this coaching gig. So, oh, he's wide open. To your point, Big Bob, leads back up to 11 just like that. That's what happens when you trap, though. It is a big risk or reward when you're trapped. You can create all the turnovers, but you're bound. Step back. Woo!
Ooh. And right like that, back within double digits. Outside of double digits, inside of double digits. I don't know how I would say that. Not double digits anymore.
Bam Wallace calling a timeout. Looks like Coach Darius Simmons, did I get it right this time? Coach Darius Simmons wanted to take a break. So what's the theme of this game? We know Miami needs Rodrigo Falls to step it up. But what more can happen? Let's assume Rodrigo Falls doesn't turn it up here in this game for Miami. What else can Miami do in your opinion?
I think they can. I think I have Tanya Harding's number. They can give her a call and see if she can swing by and, I don't know, take out Norvell Dejon Jones, Bam Wallace, and Skylar.
Wide open again as they continue to trap.
But no, they need Ponder to step up. They need Gabe Harper to step up. Really, unfortunately, without Falls, there's really not a...
no third option.
They have Bianco, but
he's been pedestrian. I think he only has 2 points. He's only taken, that's probably his third shot attempt in the game. Here's Dejon Jones again. It looks like they're ready to blow this game out of the water here.
Yeah, they just have to hit shots. Miami just has to hit shots, period. Wide open shots, missed.
Right on cue.
There's nothing they can do if they're not making shots. It's like my buddy's high school hockey coach once said, in order to win the game, you got to put the puck in the net.
Well, this trap is definitely putting them on their heels defensively. Guys wide open under the basket, left and right.
Oh, good move. Good move. He's never going to give up. That's one thing you can say about him. He's never going to give up.
13-point game. They're going to want to get this game close, or it may be a good idea.
Wait a minute. What just happened? I think I'm confused at what just happened, because I thought it was an and one, and all of a sudden, ball's going the other way.
Yeah, that was out of bounds. Good strong move. Dejon Jones, Norvell Dejon Jones, the number 9 ranked junior in the country. He just plays. He goes north and south like a running back. When he's coming downhill, the comparison that we had, I know we do this a lot, we make a lot of comparisons. He reminds me so much of DeJounte Murray. Only 5'11". If he gets a growth spurt, I think he offers some of the same things. Wiry, good hands, averages 4.7 assists a game. A little bit better shooter at this stage in his career. He shoots 42% from three-point land. Not that he takes that shot a lot, but he's fairly reliable. He grabs boards. does a little bit of everything. I'm a big fan of this guy's game. I know you mentioned earlier that he's ranked so much higher than Braxton Schuyler, but I think they both offer big, different things. If you're looking at the future, Braxton Schuyler's probably your guy. Probably that frame is probably going to fill out. You look at those big, broad shoulders. Dijon Jones,
Ooh.
probably a little more skilled.
Bad transition, D. We've got 20 seconds left here and a 12-point lead, and Miami, they got a chance. We've seen some big we've seen some big fourth quarters from teams recently, but
he couldn't get it to go. I was going to say that offensive rebound sums up Miami's woes and troubles in this game. Miami down 12 going into the fourth quarter. Once again, we get another look at Idris Elba. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back, everybody. We're picking up here, fourth quarter action. 8 minutes left to go. Charlotte is up by 12. So you asked me earlier what I thought Miami needed to do to get back into this game. They've not done anything to get back into the game. What do you think they need to do with 7:50 left?
Considering Dominic Bianco hasn't done anything until right when I said his name, beautiful finish. Considering Rodrigo Falls seems to be on another planet tonight, Jeremiah Minor has been going to work like an old MC Hammer concert. I say you get him back in the game if you're Coach Chad Smith. Give him the ball, run some picks for him, let him just shoot. I tell him to shoot a three every time. We run screen after screen and let him shoot threes. That'd be my strategy. You got You got 8 minutes, 7 minutes now to get it done.
Yeah, he's the leading scorer of the game so far. I believe he had 25 after the third, and that was 11 more than the next leading scorer, which is Bam Wallace with 14 on the day. So Minor's not on the floor. If Minor's not on the floor, Miami has no chance.
Yes, I agree. Norvell Jones there, good block. Maybe that'll be the start of something here. Maybe they can get an emotional spark that they need because they've just kind of been sleepwalking through this game. Norvell Jones can't get a bucket. Good contest there. Dominic Bianco out on the break. Kicks over to your guy, Brian Ponder. Nothing there. He's defended by Mitchell Herbert Harrigan. I would think he'd want to go to the rack here, but he is not.
Yeah,
Pick for Bianco. And a steal. And you know what? Here we see again Norvell Jones. Norvell Dijon Jones. His defense. Ooh. And was that on an assist from Norvell?
Should have been.
I think that's number 10 for Norvell.
We're still on that watch. He needs one more to tie, 2 more to break it.
Yeah, he knows what it is. Look at him pointing at the crowd. They may be talking about that on the sideline. Miami looks defeated right now. I'll go ahead and say that this game may possibly be over as is, Bob. Is there?
Yeah.
Do you sit Jeremiah Minor for the rest of this game? Sit Rodrigo Falls? You sit these guys and prep them, get them a little bit of rest and talk to them, maybe coach them up, have them watch the game from the sideline so that you can prepare them for the national championship tournament? Or do you put them out there and let them hurt through this loss so they can have a little sting coming into the national tournament if you were Coach Chad Smith?
I mean, it's tough because you know the kid probably doesn't want to be on the bench. But I'll point to a recent example. I always jump to my Sixers. Joel Embiid was in a game that he should not have been in and got hurt. And that set the Sixers back in these playoffs.
Wait. I got a special report from me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, me. What's the report? I don't have one. Back to you, Bob. Carry on, sir.
It's when the game, unless you can get a little run in the next minute, I say you just got to sit the kids. You got to look at their best interest. Because I know as a kid, you weren't going to tell me I wasn't going to play because of anything. Or I wasn't going to take myself out of the game just because we were down a lot. So, but for the best interest of the kid, keep him healthy for the national championship or the national tournament, and just get home healthy.
To your point, I'll give you one of my famous Ron Yell's tales. I played a full third and fourth quarter on a broken ankle.
Oh, number 11. Number 11.
Number 11. Assist watch here. We've got some records falling here at the end of the season, don't we?
Absolutely.
Oh, wide open.
Sorry. Anyways, your ankle. You were saying, sir.
Long story short, I played a half when I was in high school on a broken ankle. Did not know, and I was gonna play. So you're absolutely right. That is a terrible possession and a terrible shot. That's what you get when you do not have Jeremiah Minor on the court, and you have a passive Dominic Bianco. I am honestly perplexed by what we're seeing from Bianco because he's a far more aggressive player than this. At least he's shown to be in the past.
And can we chalk it up to another hidden injury?
I'm not going to let him off the hook like that.
I'm going to chalk it up to Coach of the Year Darius Simmons' game plan coming into this game. That's 12. That's number 12. Assist record,
That's
baby.
It. Matter of fact, I think I may have heard him said, "Who do you think I am?"
Who are you?
Who do you think you are? I am. Yeah, I heard it.
See if he can get 2 more points, get him a double-double for the night.
Timeout.
Norvell Jones.
I would be Dejon Jones. I think we're up to like number 7 of the ways that you've said his name tonight, so good job. But I think Norvell Dejon Jones should be in, what was his name? Big man, JaVale McGee. He's in JaVale McGee territory. Figure out a way to get those 2 points, get your double-double, even if you have to start throwing up some bad shots to intentionally miss so you can get some rebounds, get a triple-double if you need it. That was JaVale McGee, wasn't it?
It's been
you remember that game?
Quite a few people over the years have done some stuff, threw it up off the backboard.
Threw it off the rim, off the side of the rim just to get a free rebound.
Yeah. We've seen LeBron do it. No one wants to talk about that, but he's done it.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about LeBron. His time's up.
So interestingly enough, there you go, double-double, an emphatic double-double for NJD.
Take him out, keep him healthy.
Yeah, I was gonna mention all the starters still in the game for Charlotte. Don't know if Coach Simmons is trying to get them some more run together, or if he's worried that Miami may make a last-minute comeback.
I mean, they have nothing to worry about with Minor off the court.
Minor's back on the court.
That's right, he is back on the court.
Good hand there, but it may be a little too late.
It missed those shoes.
Tip off here. 3 minutes go, so let's talk a little bit. Let me pull up my notes here.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Okay, not on this broadcast. Sir.
You don't want them to know?
No, there's nothing to know. There is nothing to know. Let's talk a little bit about these brackets here. Out east, we are not yet settled, but we have New England sitting on one side, coming out of Group A. Out of Group 2, or excuse me, Pool B, we still have Mid-Atlantic, Philadelphia, Toronto. For the sake of saving our viewers, we know how everyone in our broadcast and our sports media, for the most part, feels about Philadelphia, except for Elava. So, New England, who's going to pose the biggest threat for how well New England's been playing lately? Mid-Atlantic or Toronto? Mid-Atlantic,
because Coach Dodge's first game was against Mid-Atlantic, which again, young coach, first game. It was a loss. So I think that may be the toughest, just because we know that Mid-Atlantic has already beaten New England with her at the helm, but that also, again, inexperienced, just kind of seeing how our kids were going to play. I got to go with Mid-Atlantic.
Well, but Toronto has... Even Toronto had Tyson Simpson Jr., a big man Tyson Simpson, had a monster game against Jamison Johnson, the best, quote-unquote, best big in the league. You think he could carry some of that confidence forward if they were to advance enough to make a difference against New England?
You asking me for Tyson or JJ?
Tyson.
So I do, again, best big in the junior class for sure. I just think Baldwin's just been on such a tear lately against some of these big men that I don't know if Simpson is going to have enough in the tank to go up against him. I don't think there's enough momentum on that side for him to be able to make much of a impact against New England. Again, nothing against him or coach, but just Baldwin is playing on an absolute other level right now, offensively, defensively, and I honestly don't think JJ would be able to stop him. I picked Mid-Atlantic, but I don't think Mid-Atlantic would be able to defeat this New England team right now.
I don't know what the matchups will be. So before we run out of time, though, Bob, I do want to run through quickly the other brackets and see what your thoughts are. We got in the South region, that championship, we'll have Southeast Select, who has been playing very well. Not pretty games, but excellent games, taking on Gulf Coast Select. Who would you think's coming out of that?
You never want to go against D. Woodley, but the way I'm still holding that Atlanta game against them.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, they just played so. But Atlanta also has just played better, like Seattle. The regional tournament came up, and these teams that were terrible during the season are just playing like a completely different team.
True.
But
last two, Bob, before we get out of here, because we still got two more. We got Chicago's already moving along in the Central. They could be facing either Mountain West Select, Detroit, or St. Louis. Who do you want to see them take on quickly?
St. Louis. I really like. Oh man, I'm mixing coaches up now. Is it Jovich Storm or is it
Tumas?
Tumas.
Coach K.
Coach Tumas is one of my favorite coaches, so I want to see him take on St. Louis.
Last one. We do have the West is solidified. Pacific Northwest taking on West Coast Select. Who you want to see? You got 5 seconds.
Don't want Brian Vaughn to win. Period.
West Coast Select it is.
West Coast Select it is.
Charlotte's going to pick up another win with the infamous Coach Darius Simmons.
Coach of the year.
Game had no implications, but a good game nonetheless. We want to thank our viewers for joining us for this. Tune in tomorrow. We got more action starting at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Lots of action leading up to our national tournament. That'll be our last day of streaming broadcasts before we take a break and let all of our coaches and teams get prepared for the Sim World National Tournament. Glad you guys joined us. We will
Be
see
square.
you next time. We out. This thing. Peace.
Peace.